Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Deadfire with me, Bring It Dawn. Let's continue exploring the Temple of Revelation. These columns of flesh smell enticingly of sausage.
Right.
Well, that is definitely a detail. The imp is fiercely mixing powders and herbs into a mortar and pestle. It leers at you, showing off a row of pointed teeth and a long flicking tongue.
So, wizards tricked you into coming here too, eh?
The imp shakes its head and chuckles mirthlessly. Tricked. I was invited.
Think so? Think you such a smart ground stink? Imps, no. Imps watch you running around fixing each other's ground stink problems. Wizards lie. Wizards are worse people. But drowsy puke fix everything, eh? Help you relax.
Winking, the imp gestures toward a collection of refined herbs and narcotics. You want to give me drugs?
Drowsy puke wants Kith to dream, eh? Rest giant weary head.
The imp makes a soothing sound and pets you with a bony claw.
Smart ground stink just let drowsy puke know when he wants rest, eh?
The imp raises its claw to suppress a wet cackle. Why the fixation on drugs?
You think Archimere gets to sleep without drugs?
Drowsy Puke mashes herbs in the pestle even harder, shaking his head.
Essence of white leaf, milled Gainsfeff seeds, powdered dragon bone for sweetness, eh?
Taking a pinch of the mixture from the pestle, Drowsy Puke snips it off the end of its talon, nodding. Watch quietly for now.
Takes battering ram of herbs to knock out Archmage. Good thing Drowsy Puke is smart, imp.
I can't tell if you're helping Archimere or just feeding his addiction.
Can do both.
The imp shrugs. You seem to take a lot of personal satisfaction out of this.
Drowsy Puke enjoys job. Learns from job. One Kith at a time. Numb you all to sleep.
The imp draws its claw across its throat. Mind if I sample that concoction? Before you can finish your sentence, Drowsy Puke blows the powdered mixture into your eyes. The effect is immediate. You feel bolted to the spot as the world spins around you.
Tell me, how do you feel? This melange is experimental and prone to some unpredictable side effects.
The imp raises its brow and purses its lips. You sound different.
Better that I don't tax your mind with inane questions. You're going on quite the voyage, my friend.
The imp chuckles to itself and gives you room to recover in peace. You spend a few unblinking moments studying your hands in rapt fascination. The fingers move. They move when you tell them to. Time passes. You wonder if Aethys could build a castle so large that even he couldn't tip it over. You wonder if he'd consider rebuilding yours. You wonder if all the boys in Lipisalis are as handsome as Rekka.
What if all pets are just one pet, but we see them through a variety of lenses? Like dancing shadows cast by a campfire against a barn wall.
I should have killed the old bastard. Should have teared his arm clear off. If the laddie hadn't stopped me.
Well, dang, Watcher. Save some of that for me.
You still alive?
Your vision clears as Drowsy Puke starts flicking your forehead. Ow, yes.
That's enough for dumb ground stink.
The imp chuckles to itself. I'd like to rest. To fetid spray. The imp turns to you and lets out a quick puff of vile spray from an orifice that abruptly snaps shut.
Don't know your face, ground stink. You the one I'm supposed to find?
The imp squints and looks you over. I'm Donald, captain of Von Ferris.
They let you sail boat?
One of the imp's eyes bulges skeptically.
Master told Fetid Spray to bring baubles to Sanctuary. Offer to stupid ground meat for coin.
The imp gestures toward its wares.
Here, from Master. Master's most glorious words.
The imp reverently hands you a scrap of soiled parchment. Simple instructions. Donald, I'll keep this terse in case my imp should meet an unfortunate end. This missive is intercepted. By now you will have encountered other members of the Circle, and laboriously scrutinized their motivations in breaching Wile's obscured sanctum. Allow me to add my rationale to theirs. My desire is a simple one. Tidiness. There is already one god blustering his way through the Deadfire. I have no desire to see him joined by another. If Facina still lives, try and keep her alive. She has a modicum of potential, and it may yet aid you in Wile's unusual territory. Archimere.
This one for stinking Facina.
The imp practically hurls a finely wrapped scroll at her. She catches it out of the air.
Quay? What does Archimere want? I don't work for him any longer.
Ungrateful ground stink has her orders.
The imp narrows its eyes.
So, what does Master want?
Fetid Spray draws uncomfortably close and peers out at the parchment with you. You don't know how to read? The imp hunches its shoulders and glances off to the distance.
No, Fetid Spray does not know how to read. Archimere is most terrible tyrant since Nemnock stole his baubles. No let anyone read.
Oh, Nemnock. Okay. Was Nemnock mentioned somewhere in Archimere's manor? Oh, neat.
Praise him, huh? Praise mighty Nemnock.
The imp raises a fist to the sky. I'm supposed to make sure that we don't have a second Aethys on our hands.
Aha! What that mean, eh? More god stinks walking in statues?
If we are lucky, that will be the extent of our problems.
Well, try not to die then. I no care.
The imp shrugs. Point to Facina. I take it you two know each other.
Ach, I'm afraid so. Before I taught him a lesson, this little stinker was fond of relieving himself in my wardrobe.
Facina presses her temples and sighs.
Nasty Facina smelled so nice. Books and inkwells. Made her smell like imp instead. That never wash out.
The imp beams with pride. I hope that Archimere appreciates your hard work.
Master trusts Fetid Spray to handle coin. That means his best imp, most trusted friend. Fetid Spray is loyal, eh? Not like some.
The creature aims a withering look at its colleague.
Complacency will be Master's undoing, huh? We dismantle his manor from basement to roof.
Drowsy Puke grinds its fist into its palm.
Terrible imp plots against Master, eh? You worst friend.
Fetid Spray shakes its head in disapproval. Show me what you have for sale. I was hoping for some unique items. Unfortunately, he has none for sale. I've read this before. Read this before.
Sure.
Go loot this real quick, and then we'll speak to Llengrath.
Found something.
I believe we've seen that before. That might be worth giving to Facina instead of this. Gives her a little more utility. Oh, and Facina got a letter as well. An assignment for Facina. Facina, you'd be blameless to conclude that our time together was wasted. The tasks I assigned you range from tedious to toxic. I gave you only beginner's cantrips in exchange for thankless labor, and in every way earned your deserving ire. In spite of these setbacks, you persevered to become a wizard of exceedingly bright potential. You went over my head to access books you had no authority to read, learned spells beyond your capability, and even turned the imps against me in short-lived insurrection. Did you think I wouldn't find out? Which is all to say that I am delighted by your progress. A wizard does not ask for permission or consign themselves to a rigid structure of authority. A wizard is a driven skeptic and agitator. Even the Archmagi only tolerate their self-imposed circle on the best of days. Whether or not you still consider yourself my apprentice, consider Wild Sanctum your final assessment before graduating to better things. I think you'll find yourself equal to the challenge. Yours, Archimir. P.S. Should you survive the ordeal, you may use this as a letter of recommendation.
Huh?
Now we may speak with something like privacy.
She casts a hooded glance in the direction of Tane and shakes her head.
Tane has asked something of you.
Llengrath beckons you forward with a discreet wave of her hand. He'd like me to free the prisoners in the collections.
And you accepted. How terribly large-hearted of you.
She raises an eyebrow. I didn't say that.
Forgive me my assumption, then. Word of your good deeds precedes you. What Tane asks of you appears a mercy, but it's only a selfish attempt to bolster his reputation. He's a devious child who delights in making the rest of us clean up his messes.
A quality common to archmages, it seems.
I have seen educated professionals trigger disasters that rival any mess Tane could produce out of ignorance. But point taken.
Also interesting that Aloth says archmages instead of archmagi.
I'd say I resent the comment, but you're not wrong.
She sighs.
Many of the poor souls held captive here have been so for decades. Anyone they knew is likely dead, their old lives gone. To return them to the world with nothing is a cruelty. The gods only know what havoc these broken people will wreak with the information Tane intends to give them. Lay their souls to rest. Return them to the wheel.
You want me to kill them? That's a bit extreme.
All things die. Death is the keystone of the natural order. It's no more extreme than birth. Another chance at life through death is a far greater mercy than relegation to suffering through a dull shade of the lives they once knew. Is it not mercy to let an abused soul move on to a better existence, one free of the memory of the suffering they survived here?
You gotta talk around it that much. Maybe it ain't worth talking about.
That should be their choice to make, not yours.
It would have been had the Librarians here not robbed them of that agency. But they did. And there are none now who will grant them mercy. But we...
I'll consider it.
That's all I ask. This scroll will aid you.
She pulls a crisp, new roll of parchment from the folds of her robe and closes your hand around it. Llengrath's Scroll of Final Slumber. The scroll is decorated with runes drawn fastidiously in a tidy grid. The significant arcane energy underpinning the runes causes them to glow with a faint fluorescence, and staring at them too long slows the beating of your heart. Llengrath believes the spell will give the collection's prisoners a peaceful death, as long as the words are read where every prisoner can hear them at once.
You need only read the incantation scribed upon it, preferably in a place where all may hear it. Their deaths will be swift and painless.
With a curt nod and a heavy sigh, she turns away. She pats at her hip absently, looking for something out of habit, and finds her grimoire. She flips through it slowly, Or am I clearly elsewhere?
A familiar shrill nattering disturbs my peace. Could that be Consul Hot at your heel?
You peers past your shoulder to stare narrow-eyed at the skull hovering at the edge of your party.
I heal for no one, parasite. Does your whimsical fabrication of undeath still amuse you? Or are you ready to surrender to the only true immortal among us?
No less charming a skull than you were a lich. Your dependability is a constant comfort to me, Consul Hot. Speak your mind.
Do you know anything about this place? The hall's obscured.
We know little about it. Hopefully we'll learn more as we pursue Maura.
I'm curious about you.
Let's sate your curiosity then.
You don't seem to like imps much.
I suppose compared to Tane, anything less than rapturous exaltation looks like deepest loathing. I neither like nor dislike them. They serve a useful function, and their constant flatulence aside, they can be rather sweet.
I'd like to know what you think of a few of the other archmages.
Ask. I might even tell you the truth.
The smile that quirks her lips has an unusually savage quality to it. How do you feel about Mora?
After visiting this place, I wonder if she truly developed the summoning magic bearing her name, or if Wal gifted her it.
What can you tell me about Tane?
He's exhausting and exasperating, but smarter than he seems. He is an archmage, after all. Still, he's probably the dumbest of us.
Surely you have thoughts on Archimere.
The definition of a snake. One wonders what cold-blooded malfeasance he perpetrated upon the Huana, that they allowed him to build a castle in the heart of their greatest city.
The official story is that the Kahanga Palace was structurally unstable, poised to cascade down the mountain until someone financed the renovations.
Sina rubs her fingers together. Dare I ask what you think of Consul Hot?
It gladdens my heart to see he's finally found his proper place in the natural order. As your pet.
Enjoy your delusions, parasite. The Watcher would not hesitate to strike off your head if it served his interests in some mediocre capacity.
Consul Hot's reprehensible antics give responsible wizards a bad name.
Like all monsters dragged from the shadows, Consul Hot is smaller than he might seem. I do not fear the likes of him.
Let me ask you about something else.
Let's sate your curiosity then.
Can I become an Archmage?
We'd need to review your research, of course, and you'd be required to submit the spells you've authored to us for assessment. I hope you've been keeping diligent notes.
She raises an eyebrow. Nod thoughtfully.
Then you'd have to stand before us and defend your work while we ruthlessly poke holes in it. After that is the duel. You have to fight all of us, in a row. Kalikoth always insists on going first. No one's survived in, must be 15 years now. To be frank, I don't know if you're up for it.
Does that sound fun to you, Faceta?
I would rather bathe in imp spray. Just because the circle is the so-called peak of arcane achievement does not mean I must aspire to it.
That might be for the best. For all its flaws, the circle is a cooperative endeavor.
Tane did all that.
He's frightfully determined once someone's told him no.
Wizarding's more of a hobby for me. Llengrath rolls her eyes. I'm tough. I can take it.
Whether you can or cannot, I'd certainly like to watch you try. I'll consider submitting your candidacy to the Circle.
That's enough.
Very well.
Let's visit Tane again now that we have Consul Hot out.
You didn't lose the scroll, did you? Because I didn't make a copy. Do you need one?
Tane tips his head to the side and smiles pleasantly.
Minoletta love. Ringgrim doesn't. I bet you didn't. Ninagauth keeps a bird skull. Sitzel isn't Llengrath. Whenever we get this, Archimere is. Kalikoth is great. Minoletta love. Kalikoth is. Isn't Archimere. Whenever we get the circle together, I bet you didn't know that Consul Hot has a.
Okay. Nothing new there.
I've got it.
Reminder, protect the assets. This is a final reminder not to disturb the subjects while they hearken to the music of the pit. The wretches have grown protective of our benefactor's song, will attack those who damage the organ's apertures. If any subject experiences a moment of clarity, kindly guide them away from the pit and back to an aperture where they can be, rejoined. The others, or can rejoin. I don't think B is supposed to be there. The others in blissful indifference. We like to minimize the suicide rate this quarter. May this also serve as a notice that we have exhausted our supply of earplugs. Overseers are authorized to distribute hot candle wax until someone can venture topside for supplies. The greasy smear on the floor and soot coating the wall suggests someone had a lamentable encounter with a spell. This featureless statue bears the Engwithan legend. The honest mind is an empty cage.
Will do.
Notes and sketches in Mara's hand litter the table. Whether it's sealed by machinery or magic, there's no moving this door. Well, we have a quest in the collection, so we'll go that way first.
You might find this interesting.
I don't want to go back. I remember nothing. Only the anthem.
This whole sanctum is a factory of screams.
Should we be screaming back?
The echo of a prolonged shriek never entirely fades.
On it.
Handwritten note. The hand took me for myself. There exists no other words for it. Pieces of me, the me I was before, they're gone, vanished into those screaming maws. Are they there still? Can I retrieve them? Or have they been drained away into the unknowable depths?
I see the wits.
Take him down.
Rice. Lava will be on sick.
Mouth of the organ.
This did not.
Let's go and use this.
There's a walloping!
I'll see if we can petrify these two as well.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
Right, don't like those being right there. Oh, they mean to mind afflictions. I should have looked at that first. And dexterity. But not tentacles.
Yeah.
Alright, she might go down here. Let's throw out a heal.
That was about as useful as a...
Okay. You can see the heal hit her because we're taking so much damage.
On a pickle. Say your pro...
I need some help.
That was about as useful as a bump. On a pickle.
No.
Alright, they also have a Tane's Chaotic Orb.
Let's go.
This is
All things must come to an end.
There's
Even
a
me.
curses.
I think we can save her here.
Right on,
Unfortunately.
That's not very helpful.
Out of dare. Keep hacking away.
Can't move. There's a walloping.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Curses. This is
Guys, turn him around. Whoopsies.
futile.
How may I help?
Take him down.
Maybe we should knock this guy down.
They'll naked us both.
I bring your end.
Can't take much more. Yes?
He's gonna make it or not. We have draining missiles. Let's lob those at this guy. Great, more weapons.
That'll teach you.
Fantastic.
Hey,
Pretty tough little fight.
we had some good times.
Let's go.
Might go knock him down. I think that's the play here. I keep throwing race spells at this guy.
Kinda stuck over here.
Hey. Hey.
Sure.
Okay. That was rough.
What do you need? Something I can do?
Don't look at me, okay?
I've got it.
If we attack these things, they attack us, right? Is that what we were told?
Who do we have?
I bring
Lavaru be on seek.
Alright. They just got some tentacles as well.
Happy to oblige. That dog won't hunt.
Let's go. Yeah.
Alright, let's take this guy out.
That's it. Yeah.
Hey, watch out.
Yep, there they are. Okay.
Take them down.
This fight may be a little tougher than I expected.
Lavaru beyond seek.
On it.
Alright, keep the debuffs coming, please.
On it.
I don't think I can pull that. Off.
No good.
Oh, he's not doing anything. He is not. Get over here and start whacking away, please.
I need something stronger.
I've got nothing.
I reap what I sow.
Yeah, so we were warned about these guys Becoming hostile if we mess with the music. So I probably should have heeded that. I don't know if I'm going to save them yet or not. I want more information before I make a decision.
There's a walloping!
Mow it.
Very tough fights in this area.
Easy on it.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Happy to oblige.
Don't know that Jody's gonna make it here. Maybe swap to the Lantern and Sickle for more defensive capabilities.
This did nothing.
Cool.
Mow it. On it. Didn't.
Alright, Adair, get over here and take care of that guy, please. Aloth, blind him.
Take that!
I blame your end.
Uh-huh.
Take him down.
There's something I can do. What do you need?
Quite the doozy.
Right away.
Will do.
But also a ton of loot. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Next time we'll continue through the Enclosures. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.